It's kind of chilly in here.
So you have your Wpap open. You want to make sure that you click, we're going to select it all, you want to make sure that you click far out of it and drag over all the pieces. Then we're going to object group because we're going to be copying and pasting this on a new document, and you don't want to end up just like taking half of your face and leaving the other half there and try to reline it back up. So you're going to do File, New. And I want this to be a print document. We're going to pretend like we're printing. It's going to go on your blog because that's just how it's easy for me to grade stuff that way. But we're going to pretend like we're printing it. I want it to be inches. I want it to be 8 by 8. This is going to be Cmyk because that's what it does when you do print up here. That changes back to custom. That's fine. You're going to click OK. What you're going to do here is we want to divide this into 4 equal parts. So you're going to need your ruler. So you do View Rulers, Show Rulers. And it's really weird. It's like these guides just exist in the ruler somewhere. So you have to put your cursor in the middle of the ruler area and you click and drag out. Line the dotted line up with 4 this way. Click and drag out. Line the dotted line up with 4 that way. So this happens a lot when you are just trying to line anything up with documents that you're making. So these guidelines are something we're going to be using a lot, especially stuff for printing. We're going to learn about bleed lines and cut lines and where stuff can be and where stuff can't be. None of these guidelines will show up on your printed document. They're just for you to use. So you're going to go back to your Wpap. You're going to copy it. You go back to your new document. You're going to paste it. Mine happens to just be the right size. Yours is probably going to be a little bit bigger. So you want to hold Shift and scale it down. Now some of you have your shoulders and the bottom of the shoulders aren't even. So if you want it to be even, let's pretend like this was the bottom of my shoulders here. You can just take a white box with no stroke and cover it up to make the bottom of it look flush. So if that's something that you want to do. Then you're going to copy and paste this 4 times. I'm using shortcuts. I'm doing Command C, Command V. Then you want to be able to line them up. So I'm going to hold Shift and select the top 2. I'm going to make sure my Align says Align to Selection, and I'm going to center them there. And then I'm going to align these 2, and then I'm going to align these 2 this way, and those 2 this way. And then I'm going to select all of them really quick. I'm going to group it, and then I'm going to align them all to the artboard here and there. And then we should have a pretty even spaced out. Because I grouped all 4, I want to ungroup those now because I want to deal with each one individually. So the first one up here, we're dealing with the Cmyk. In here you can edit colors. You go edit, edit colors, recolor with presets. We're going to do a 1-color job. So when you do printing on paper or silk screening, you can have a 1-color job, a 2-color job, a 3-color job, and a 4-color job. Now, a 4-color job doesn't mean that you just have 4 colors. It means you can have all the colors because you're mixing all the colors together to get them. A 1-color job doesn't mean it's going to turn my face to all blue. I still get the lights and darks with blue. So you'll kind of get an idea of how this happens. This can say none. You click none. Down here it says Cmyk. What you want to do if it doesn't is here's where you would change it. The first one I want you to put the C to 100% and everything else to 0 and click OK, and you'll kind of see what happens. So now we're creating that pop art feel with the bright colors and the repetition. Edit, recolor with presets. Guess what? Magenta is going to be 100. Does anyone remember the top number for RGB? Nope, that was for Cmyk.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, 255.
255.
That's called the top number.
Good job. Re-get color. Can anyone guess what we're doing now?
Yellow.
Yellow, 100. And then you'll notice.
You can see it.
It's okay.
Butter.
If you notice on the one that's the grayscale, the black is only to 70. You can put it to 100 for this because we're not printing it if you want it to look a little bit darker. But usually it's not at 100% because you're laying over ink, laying over ink, laying over ink, laying over ink, and it makes the paper really wet. We're going to watch another video, not tomorrow, but the next day, that's going to show you like the magic number to get a good black for printing. From here, I know that it kind of goes against what we're doing because we're putting this on the web, but we're pretending like we're printing it. But for grading purposes, you're going to make sure you always save your original document. It's going to be name, Wpap, Cmyk, save. And then you're going to save for web and devices. Make it a GIF. When we've been doing a JPEG, the backs ended up being kind of dingy. So do a GIF. Make sure the transparency is clicked off so you see white in the background. You're going to save that. I already saved one earlier, so I'm just replacing it. That's fine. Then you're going to blog this. The directions say, for when you want to blog this, blog the image, here's the title, and tell me 3 things about Cmyk color process and 3 things about pop art. What I want you to do, I know you're all going to copy and paste. So that's fine. What you need to do is make sure that you give credit to where you copy and paste stuff. So I'm going to pretend like I'm putting a link on here. Actually, let's just do a new post. So I'm going to do a new post.
Right there.
I think she knows.
No, I was kind of out of it. Sorry. Cmyk Wpap. You're going to put your picture on it.